Hello and welcome to episode number 57 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
Heinz baked beans.
What?
57 varieties.
That's very true.
Or not Heinz baked beans particularly, but Heinz.
Heinz 57 varieties. We're sorry we're late. PJ's fault.
My fault. I went and got a cold, didn't I?
You went and got a cold and you couldn't give it back. You just kept it for yourself.
Yeah. Do you want it?
No, I really don't. You're spare room bound at the moment.
Yes, we've kept our distance this weekend.
This is the closest we've been in days.
Yes,
and I'm still leaning back.
Well, hopefully I'm not contagious anymore.
I hope so too.
Although 3 people at the office have started coughing and spluttering.
Oh, stop it. It's horrible. And every time someone gets that, it's going round, something's always going round. Whatever time of year, if anyone gets a cold or the flu or anything, there's something going round. Is that like a standard thing that you have to say?
Yes, because something's going round.
Oh, God. It really annoys me.
I think it started at your quiz at the Hogan stand.
Oh, so it's my fault?
Yes, I believe it is.
Well, I haven't had it.
No, but you always say there is one carrier. Maybe you're the carrier.
How can you carry it and not have it?
Exactly. That's what happens. Someone can be the carrier that doesn't have it and gives it to everybody else.
Okay, I apologise.
You are patient zero.
I'm sorry. There's been a trend this week which isn't catching cold. It's been turning yourself into a doll. It's a really odd trend, but it's been quite funny. Yours was excellent.
Yeah, mine was unusual. So it's actually an action figure is the chat GPT prompt that you use. And everybody's been doing it. And there's a lot of people getting really annoyed at it now because everybody's doing it.
Yeah. So you obviously gave it instructions like massive Crystal Palace fan.
Yeah, so you upload a photo of yourself.
Oh, you uploaded a photo?
No, the first time I did it, it wasn't a photo.
I didn't
The first time it wasn't a photo.
Okay.
I was still learning how to use it. So the first time was not a photo. I will reiterate that again.
Okay.
But it asked me questions about myself. And I said, I'm a Crystal Palace fan and I like to cook and blah, 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 blah. Please create a action figure of me in a packet, like a doll, blah, 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 all that sort of thing. And it came back with a female character in a Crystal Palace top and cap.
Really? I mean, she was sexy. She was hot. She was holding a whisk. She had a Crystal Palace hat on and the whole Crystal Palace kit. But she had long brown hair.
It was not me.
No, it definitely wasn't you, which is why it would have been even more fun if you uploaded a photo. That would be really worrying. I did one of me, and I also uploaded a photo of me in that gold dress when I was in India. And I didn't say in a box, I obviously didn't give it enough instructions, but it said Radio Hannah, and I was holding a microphone and had headphones on, and it was quite good, although it made me a little bit hippie, I thought, as in large hips.
Did you upload a photo of yourself?
Alright, maybe it was the wrong angle. Well, you saw the photo. Yeah. I haven't got big hips.
So you're saying ChatGPT now is a liar and trying to create something that you're not?
You can talk, Miss Lopez. Then you did one of me, which was slightly more flattering.
Yes, well, I just said, can you make it quite buxom?
Did you say buxom?
No, I didn't say the words buxom. I said, can you make the breast quite, not too big, but just a good size, I think. And
they're massive.
Yeah, well, ChatGPT's version of a good size boob.
I've got a tiny waist and massive boobs.
And you actually uploaded that. You're quite proud of that one.
Well, yeah, it could be worse. So that was my quiz mistress one. So we had some fun with that. My dad did one as well, and it was brilliant.
Well, no, he did a cartoon.
Just a cartoon, but it was really good with his shirt and everything. So we had fun with that this week before PJ got ill. We stayed a little bit later after the quiz, putting the world to rights. It was quite fun. I like doing that because we're normally in a rush after quiz. But we stayed and had a couple of drinks and chats. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I've been loving my gym classes. I was going to say this week. It was last week now, wasn't it? Because I'm looking forward to going back to body combat tomorrow. Body combat on a Tuesday, spinning on a Thursday. And for the first time, the spinning teacher was the same evil spawn teacher that does the body combat class. That's our cat trying to get in.
Is that you? Come on then.
So the same teacher who does the body combat class did the spinning class, and oh my goodness, it was so much harder. So with spinning, cycling, you're either sitting down on the seat whilst your legs are going like the clappers, or you're standing up doing it. And he had us standing up, going really quite fast. I mean, everyone was absolutely dripping with sweat when they came out of the class. It was full on. So then, to balance out all the exercise I was doing last week, Nikki and I went to La Sala and did the Ladies Who Lunch. They do lots of special offers at La Sala, and it was a 2-course set menu, really yummy food. I had the cottage pie.
Can't beat a good cottage pie is my motto.
I don't think I've ever ordered cottage pie in my life. I just
like
really
cottage
fancy.
pie.
Oh, I did. It was gorgeous. And there's a free-flowing Cava for a couple of hours, and you can pay for an upgrade to have free-flowing champagne. So guess what we did?
Did you pay for the upgrade?
We did. And we had free-flowing champagne.
Can I just say, if anybody else was looking to do the La Sala ladies' lunch with free-flowing champagne, you might need to give it a couple of weeks, because I think they may have run dry.
Yeah, we went a little bit mad. It's difficult to know. I mean, we both observed this fact quite early on in the lunch, that it's difficult to know how much you're drinking when it's free-flowing and people are coming round just filling up your glass. That is my excuse,
Yes.
and I'm sticking to it.
So it's quite funny, because when I was at rehearsal, so when I got home, I was trying to ring Hannah, and I could see that her phone was online, but she wasn't picking up. I rang, I messaged, I texted, I rang on WhatsApp. I tried all different ways of trying to get hold of her, and she didn't pick up at all. So I was getting quite worried. So I hadn't eaten that night, so I grabbed a pizza from our local pizza place, which is called Prova.
Yeah.
Prova, very good, recommended, in San Pedro. And got a nice pizza, and I started eating it downstairs for a little while, thinking, try her again, tried her again, still not picking up. Then I saw that her bag, her purse, some money and her shoes were all by the stairs. So I thought, so I had a look upstairs, and she was actually in bed.
Yeah, sensible.
It took me about 15 minutes to realise you were home.
But I'm glad you did, because you still had some pizza.
Yeah, that didn't last long, did it?
Oh, it was nice. It was just what I needed.
Yeah, well, I was still hungry.
I'm sorry.
I ate my pizza. You had cottage pie. That was my dinner.
Oh, don't. You're making me feel really bad now.
Well, so you should.
You were all right.
I survived.
You were all right.
Actually, you sent me back downstairs to make cheese on toast because you hadn't eaten enough. You don't remember that, do you?
Did you have cheese on toast, though?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you ate half of my pizza, so I needed something else.
Well, I inspired you to make yourself more food. Thank you, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, we went to auditions for Lark in the Park, which is a really exciting thing that we do every year with the International Theatre Studio. This year, for the first time, is it Saturday or Sunday? It's normally a Sunday, isn't it? Second Sunday in June. It's normally the first Sunday in June, but this year it's the second one. And for the first time ever, not ever necessarily, but it's being written. Sheila, Sandra and Kate are writing a show about a kind of fun
model catwalk type thing.
Yeah, P-take of a fashion show, basically. And in the auditions, there was lots of improvisation. I was going to say the American word, improvisation. And it was good. It was good fun.
It was very good fun. And we got parts.
We are the compares
of
the fashion show. That would be fun.
I didn't like it. I loved it.
And my character's apparently someone who's really, really nice and smiley and lovely on the outside, but a complete on the inside.
So you've been stereotyped again.
No, I have. I do get the part of a bitch sometimes. And tarts, that's me. They're fun parts to play. Who wants to play a nice girl? Saturday night we went to Bombay Grill. It was a friend's birthday and had lots of delicious food. There was a big group of us actually, wasn't there?
There's a very large table.
Very large table. And I was really excited to try paneer tikka for the first time since India, because that was something we had a lot of in India.
And?
it wasn't quite the same.
Really?
Yeah. I reckon paneer, because I've had paneer lots of times in Bombay Grill, normally in the saag, in the spinach sauce, and it's absolutely gorgeous and it's really kind of soft and tender. But when it's the tikka, so not in a sauce, it wasn't as soft. So I need to have it in a sauce next time.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Maybe this weekend we'll try that.
We've tried letting our cat in because she's meowing outside, so now she's in. We're going to see how we get on. So Sunday, we had plans for a few weeks to go on a lovely lunch, magical mystery type thing. Oh, man.
She wants to go out again now.
Sunday, we had planned quite a while to go for a lovely lunch and little magical mystery tour with our friends Bev and Jamie. But you woke up Sunday morning with a stinking cold.
It was a stinker.
Yeah, really not good. So I went without you.
Yeah, but probably just as well. I think the further away from me you could get, the better.
I know. I felt bad leaving you, but then it was probably a good thing because even when I came home in the evening, it was lovely to see you, but we spent the rest of the evening apart. We didn't sit and watch the same telly at all because we wanted to stay apart.
Luckily for me, the Grand Prix was on.
Yeah.
And the golf was on.
And the golf.
And there was some football on.
Yeah, so you were more than happy. I watched all kinds of crap, to be honest.
Oh, well, I set myself up on the sofa and I didn't move again until 2 o'clock in the morning.
You were fine. I had a lovely spring day. We went to Casa de las Flores, which is a fabulous garden centre out the back of Coín on the Mijas Road by Alain de la Torre. And bought some gorgeous, gorgeous plants. All the colours were fabulous. They've got these terrapins, got lovely photos of these terrapins in like a water feature, like real terrapins. They looked like statues. They were dead still, but there was loads of like real terrapins. Oh. We just about fit it all in the car. We bought so much stuff. It was like a Krypton Factor jigsaw puzzle getting it all in, but we managed it just about. And then we went for a delicious lunch at La Boma, which is a South African restaurant, and it was delicious.
Did you have roadkill?
No, we didn't. I was concerned that we might be having like springbok and ostrich and stuff like that.
Alligator.
Or alligator. But we didn't. We shared some mussels to start with. I haven't had mussels for years. We've been to a few places and had bad experiences with mussels, as in they keep the beard on. Ooh. And that puts me off. I don't like a beard.
Can't have a bearded mussel. That is awful.
I really don't like it.
That's just the lack of attention to preparation.
Yeah. So I haven't ordered mussels in a long time. But they said, should we order some mussels to start with, to share in a creamy white wine sauce? So I thought, yeah, I haven't had a mussel in a long time. And it was so good. Came with this cheesy garlic bread that was delicious. And we were dunking it in the sauce. Sorry, I shouldn't go on about how amazing it was because you weren't there.
I was at home on the sofa and I had some cereal.
Oh, sorry. But I brought you home some of my leftovers.
You did?
I had steak and ale pie with mashed potato and I brought you some home. It was nice.
It was lovely. To be fair, I think you ate most of the steak, so I had the pastry.
Sorry.
And a couple of carrots.
I made you some extra gravy.
You're lovely. Thank you very much.
So what we ate wasn't actually that South African. It's not all South African on the menu, but Bev did have a curry, which was a South African kind of curry, and she said that was really nice. And also on Sunday was my 22-year Spain anniversary. I have now lived in Spain for 22 years.
Well, if it was your 22-year and Spain anniversary, I've been here 22 years as well.
Aren't you a month later? May, didn't you come out?
February.
Oh, you're a month earlier. Oh, so we've both been here 22 years, which is why our Spanish is so good.
See.
I'm so embarrassed about that. But I have never lived or worked anywhere nearly as long as being in Spain. And we found this out quite annoyingly when trying to backdate our pensions. We've had to do this recently. But for me, there was absolutely no point because I worked out that I've barely lived and worked in England for much more than a year since I've been 18.
Yeah, I think you need to pay back nearly as much as you would have earned to get anywhere near a full pension, so we gave up on that idea. I had to try and remember all my addresses. I think I remember them now, but I'm trying to trace. See, I contracted out of SERPs, which is, I don't even know why I did that and what it meant, but I did, which means that it went into a private pension somewhere, and I think it was Norwich Union, because I suddenly had a life insurance policy with Norwich Union. So I've looked up and they said, yeah, those two were usually combined. So they don't exist anymore, so I'm having to go through Aviva. They ask for all your previous addresses, and I couldn't remember them.
Oh.
But I think I've now remembered them.
Oh, well done. Nice one. So you might be getting some money, but you've got to pay a load first, haven't you?
No, this one will be private, so I'm entitled to a normal pension. Maybe not quite the full amount, but I am entitled to some. And there should be a private pension somewhere with Norwich Union. And what I'm hoping is that they were really, really tech savvy and invested in Bitcoin. And I'm now a multi-billionaire.
Talking of Bitcoin, oh my goodness, that's weird you said that. I did an interview today. Do you know who founded Bitcoin?
For ages they were trying to figure out who it was and no one ever admitted it.
Yeah, they don't know. So the guy I interviewed today was an American journalist who'd written a book. His name is I'm going to get it wrong. It's not Hashimoto because that's a disease, but it's some kind of Japanese name, Shitomo Yakatume or something like that.
I think that's a mushroom.
No, I don't know. That's not his name, but that's the name that this person was going under. That's the pseudonym. And this guy's written a book because he spent over 10 years trying to find out who he is. Still doesn't know. Or she. He or she. He, she, they, who knows. But yeah, they've managed to stay anonymous for all this time. And we got into a really interesting discussion. You know, clearly he doesn't want to be found. He may have found him, but he denied, you know what I mean? Really interesting. Anyway, I digress. With all the beautiful plants and flowers that I bought on Sunday, my dad came over this evening while you were at rehearsals and we potted plants together.
You were a potter.
We were a potter. It was really nice. So we've done lots of the front and the back garden, watered it all, looks great.
Yeah, it's dark outside, so it looks great in the dark. So it probably looks even better in the day.
I wanted to bring up Mickey Rourke, who has been removed from the Celebrity Big Brother house, because I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this.
We had a discussion about this, and I was quite animated about the fact that I actually feel a bit sorry for him. I think he's extremely eccentric, obviously got some issues and the whole Hollywood star type of issues, which is potentially not his fault because he's been made to be a superstar for a long time. And I think it's difficult when you bring him in with a bunch of reality stars, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's difficult. You've got an A-lister living with people that are almost normal.
I think it's more an age thing. The various jokes that he made that were deemed to be inappropriate and overtly sexual. He's in his 70s and the girl that he said one of these things to is in her early 20s. And he said something that I've heard like a million times, just kind of sexual innuendo type jokes that I feel like I've grown up on. I don't mean from my parents, but in any kind of working environment and with different groups of friends, particularly older friends. I'm used to this kind of thing all the time. And I think it's funny and it's the kind of joke that I might make myself, to be honest. But because it was an older man made to a younger girl who obviously has grown up in a different generation and isn't used to these types of jokes, she went into the diary room crying and said, "I'm just a young girl, you shouldn't say that to me."
But I'm sorry, if she's going to be that affected by stuff that goes on, then she shouldn't have gone into the house. I mean, it's no different to Love Island and what they're getting up to there. I mean, I think that's a lot worse than what they call each other there and the bitchiness that goes on there, and they're not much older.
No, but they're the same generation, so they get each other's humour.
It shouldn't be about getting somebody's humour. It's not a different joke.
I know.
Are you saying that just because someone's a different age and they say the same joke, it can be taken different ways? I'm not sure I agree with that.
No, I don't either. Listen, I'm actually saying I'm on the same page with you. The issue that I'm not is when he was aggressive. And basically somebody looked at him and it triggered something in him. And the person who was looking at him was in character. They were dressed as pirates. And Mickey Rourke, suddenly, you could see it, like a light bulb went off in him. And he was going up to this guy, kind of squaring up to him. He was calling him the C word. He was saying, "What are you looking at? What are you trying to say? What are you looking at?" And being all aggressive. Yeah. Other people were getting in the way, saying, No, Mickey, he was only joking. He was just acting. And if other people weren't there, would he have hit him? Who knows? But the aggressiveness I didn't like. So I actually think it's good that he was removed. He's got a temper and he said he needs to control that temper.
We've seen that in the Big Brother house before, Celebrity Big Brother. They had the big rapper that was in there, and he was quite aggressive as well, very aggressive. And I'm not sure, it took a long time for him to get removed.
It's not nice to see, and various women of varying ages in the house were saying they felt uncomfortable, and I get it. You know, that I don't think that is an age thing. And even Chris, the young lad who gave him the look, he said nobody wants to see male aggression like that. It does make people feel uncomfortable. I get it. It's one thing if it happens in the street and you can walk away, but if it's happening in a house that you're living in and you see someone squaring up and say, oh, come on then, do you want some, and all that kind of, it's not nice to see. It's intimidating.
No. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Whether it's a removal thing or whether they should have just...
It was his second warning. Anyway.
Bet the viewing's going to go down now. He was good TV.
Couple of articles from the Sur in English. There was one saying many of last year's Easter processions had to be cancelled or cut short due to rain. There's already been a bit of that already.
But then I read something today saying that Malaga's just swerved all the rain.
Oh,
so
good.
They cancelled it for no reason at all.
Well, no, I think there's already been processions over the weekend that we've had, and there's some of them have been cut short. So Robbie Williams, we were talking about the christening of the cruise ship. This happened over the weekend, a spectacular concert in Malaga, the inauguration of Mein Schiff Relax. It's a weird name, it sounds
Mein
like
Schiff Relax? What type of ship's this? What parties go on there?
I know, it sounds odd. It's the latest vessel to be added to TUI's fleet.
You can't call it Mein Schiff Relax and then say the word vessel.
Yes, it does sound a bit odd. There was also a piece talking about one of Spain's most exclusive villas is up for sale in Marbella. It's on the largest private plot in Sierra Blanca, which is an area just inland of Marbella. It's a Las Vegas-inspired villa called Villa Bellagio. Guess how much it is?
15 million.
I'll give you a bit more information. Don't look at the piece of paper.
Okay.
5,507 square metre plot.
Okay, it's quite big.
13 suites, as in 13 bedrooms, each with an ensuite. There's a spa, there's a hairdressing salon, a cinema, a bowling alley, and a garage for 42 cars. Who needs a garage for 42 cars?
Can I just say, it's got a hairdressing salon.
Yeah.
So does that come with somebody that works in there?
I doubt it. But I mean, I think the idea is that you never need to leave the house. I mean, what would you leave for? Apart from shopping, but you'd get someone to do that for you, wouldn't you?
20 million.
70 million.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
And it's almost too big.
Yes. It's slightly extravagant, one might say.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be somebody that's so rich that it doesn't matter.
They don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, they'll do it because they said, I just bought the most expensive villa in Marbella.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Idiot. Okay, well that...
So we won't be getting an invite to the housewarming party then.
I'm sure they're lovely. That is it from us. I'm sorry we're late. Well done for getting through it. Please don't give me your cold. It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.
Oh, God.